Is it live? Is it on? Ziko on? Iko sawa? It's on. Live. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Samira Said. Welcome to my channel. This is actually my first vlog, my first live, if I may say. I've never done a live before, so I hope you'll all bear with me. We also learn through our own mistakes, and I might be changing the position of my cameras from time to time, since so that I can show you guys a proper view of what's going on. So what I'm making today is sorry, Connie? Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to rotate my camera. Still new to this. Sorry. But then you won't be able to see. Will you be able to see what I'm doing here? Yes. So, okay, what I'm actually making is vegetable sausage and vegetable stir fry noodles. It's actually simple to make. The only long process is when during the cutting, because you have to cut various things. We've got some cabbage here, we have some French beans. I won't be using all of this is a bit too much. I have some carrots as well. We'll be using some sweet corn. If you have the ones with the cob already, is fine. You can use the canned as well. We'll be using some soy sauce. I like using the dark soy sauce to bring that nice color to the food. We have some sausages. We'll have to fry this and cut them into pieces. We also have some noodles. Since there are quite a number of people who are going to have this, I will be using 5 packets of noodles. Hi, Muhammad Ali. I don't know if you guys can hear me well. Sorry, I'm trying to set my microphone well. Can you guys hear me well? Okay, I hope the sound will be clearer now. Okay, we can, as we still chop this, we can also start frying our sausages. Sorry about the camera blurriness. I guess it's the camera tilting. We'll also I'll be frying the sausages as we keep chopping the rest of the items. So you're all free to ask anything. I'll be going through the chats. I guess I have my nephew who will also be assisting me. Oh, can you hear me well, or should I increase my voice or my volume? Yes. Okay. If there's anything you wish to ask, you can go ahead and ask as we still continue. Sorry, I'm still new to this, very new. This is my first ever video, so I hope you can hear me clearly. I'm trying to set the microphone well. Okay, I just preheated the oil, so as we wait for that, I'll just prepare my sausages, cut them into pieces so that I can fry them. I'll be using all the 10 sausages because you can't go wrong when you have a lot of meat in your meals. You can ask if there's anyone who wants to ask anything, feel free. You can share the link so that we can get more people to join us. We're all learning, we're all trying new things, and we're also here to have fun. Okay, cooking is fun for me. I don't know for the rest, but it is for me. Yeah, I want to fry this first so that they can start cooking as I cut the other vegetables. I'm just deep frying this. My sound is buzzing.
Yeah.
Let me try and see what that might be. Is it? Oh, that's the sound that it's making. What could that be? Let me try to rectify my microphone. Is the microphone okay? It's still not okay. It's still buzzing. You still have the buzzing sound. What could be the reason now?
Maybe it has not set well on the house.
It is. Can you hear me without the mouthpiece on? You still hear the buzzing sound?
No, it's gone. No.
Can you hear me? Well, can you hear me as I speak? If I don't have, sorry.
Yeah, you can hear you speak when you put the microphone.
You can hear me without the microphone.
That's clear, yeah.
Okay,
It's more than them.
You can hear me without the mic.
Yeah.
Then I guess.
Very clearly than.
I guess I'll just get rid of this, and we continue without it. So I hope my voice is loud and clear for the rest of you to hear me well. Okay, as my sausages are still frying, I guess you can go ahead and start cutting the vegetables. You can just shred it, but don't cut it into very big pieces. Just have things like this. This is how you like it better. So if anyone has anything to ask, you want to chip in.
Someone said it is fine now. Thank you. It is clear now.
Okay. I guess we'll go without the microphone then. Feel free to ask any questions. If there's any comment you'd like to give me, any suggestions, I'm welcoming them all. As I said again, this is still my first live ever. I've never done any live, not on YouTube, not anywhere. Trying not to be camera shy. And let's see how it goes. I hope you guys will enjoy some time together, like cooking time together. Try to move a bit closer to the camera so that you can see. You can just cut about 4 cups of this, since we're using 5 packets of noodles. I like having more vegetables in the safar noodles. You can share the link as well. Share, let's have more people watching. At least people can learn. We can all learn from each other as well. Still keeping an eye on my sausages. Make sure if you're frying your sausages as you cut the other ingredients, you don't burn your sausages, or else you won't be able to eat them. I can add a little bit more of that. This meal is actually not quite, the only time consuming part is when you're trying to cut this, but you can buy already shredded cabbages for you from, what is this? You can buy cabbages that are already shredded from the supermarket, or from the, not supermarket, sorry, from the market. Like if you're in Mombasa, you can get shredded cabbages from Makiti. I'm sure from Kongoa you can get as well. In Malindi, the markets shred them as well. But I had a piece that had not been shredded, so I just went for that instead of letting it go bad. I think this can be enough for my. I think this is pretty much enough. So about that. And that's enough. You can set that aside. Or what are you going to put next? You can crack some carrots. You need to peel them first. Don't forget to keep an eye on the sausages, the reds will burn. It can be. Don't forget to keep an eye on the sausages. Just peel this. If you have a peeler, it's even easier to peel, I guess. I don't know where this place mine.
Mrs. Imari said hi.
Hi. Hi, Mrs. Imari. Mrs. Imari, right?
Imari.
Ima?
Imarai.
Let me check. Yes.
It's Imarai.
Miss Imre. Okay. I hope I spelled your name correctly.
Sorry if I misspelled your name.
Yes. Okay, feel free to share, feel free to comment, feel free to give suggestions. I'm very much open for suggestions, since this is still my first video, my first ever live. I was actually nervous trying to do this, but then I said, let me give it a try and see how it goes. I thought I'll be speaking alone, like viewing this on my own later on maybe, and seeing that no one had joined, but I'm glad I'm seeing at least a few people joining. Just need to peel this and cut them into strips, just medium-sized strips. As I'm still looking at my sausages, trying to make sure they don't burn, but I like them cooked through well. I don't like them semi-cooked. You can actually use any other, what can I say, kitoweo. You can use chicken, you can use shrimps, you can use chicken, you can use shrimps, you can use sausages, you can use smokies, whatever you desire. You can have fun with the dish however you want. Let's wash those first. Let me see. guys can see and can hear me. Thank you, Miss Imrai. I'm spelling it correctly. So you can just cut your carrots into strips like this, not too short, not too long, just medium size. You can have about 3 to 4 cups of this as well, or if you want more, you can never go wrong with adding more vegetables in your dish. At least that's what I think. I don't know what about the rest. Try to. Okay, I need to check on my sausages so that they don't burn. Just lining my plate with some paper towels so that it can drain. Then there's my strainer. We have blurriness. Okay, we have cooked our sausages. I like them completely cooked. Don't mind them being a bit darker. I like them like that. You can cook them to your own preference. So we'll just set this aside and use them later. We can also boil our noodles as we keep chopping so that we can also save time. I think we'll do that next. I'll just pre-boil my water as I continue to do this. So I'll set my oil aside that I used earlier and place my pot on the heat on the stove so that you can start boiling the water. Any questions, any comments?
No.
Still?
Right. My last comment was on Emma.
Oh, okay. You can share the link, get more people to watch, as we also still new YouTubers trying to share our recipes and trying to share with you guys. Also have fun with that as well. So as much as shares I get, I would really appreciate. I hope you guys can see what I'm still doing. I'm still trying to cut my carrots.
We are 10 minutes in. We are 10 minutes in.
My water is actually about to start boiling so that you can boil the noodles. Then we start stir frying the rest of the ingredients. And hopefully by then I'll be done with cutting oil. The only process is during the cut. The cutting process is the longest, but the stir fry part is actually not quite time consuming. You just have to cut all this first. Well, if you want them like a quick fix, you can get the cut also supermarket. You can get these items cut in the supermarket. I've seen some at Nigel's, I think, and Tuskys at the vegetable aisle. They have pre-cut vegetables. You can add whatever kind of vegetables you want as well. You can use the purple cabbage if you want, or you can just stick to this as well. The choice is yours. You can have fun with the dish however you like. finish that. Sorry. I'm about to finish my last carrot. Then I cut the French beans and we go and start stir frying. I guess I'll have to shift the camera then so that you can see what's going on in the stove and actually my frying pan. Water still about to boil. Once it's boiled, I'll boil my noodle packets according to the instructions on the packet. Whatever kind of noodles you're using, make sure you boil them according to your instructions on the packets. And for this, actually, I'll just boil the noodles. I won't add in the salt flavors from the noodles. I'll add that in the stir fry. I'll only boil the noodles like in just plain water like that. You can also help me suggest what dish we can do next on our next live. Hopefully I do another live. Let's see how this turns out. I hope I'm not making a fool of myself or acting kind of funny. Okay, yes, we're done with this. This is a bit too much. So that's enough. I'm just going to rinse those. Just going to rinse. And set this aside. Just a minute, I'm about to rinse this. Okay, we have our carrots here.
Najla Murad, mashallah, Samira.
Nani?
Najla Murad said, mashallah, Samira.
Karibu, karibu, Najla. We're just trying to make a dish. I hope you guys are following. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how the video goes. My water is still boiling. I still have my water boiling here. I'll change the camera later so that you can see what's going on there. But as for now, I'm just trying to cut my ingredients. I'm going to cut a bit more of this. French beans. Okay, actually I don't hate, but I don't like cutting beans as much because they're kind of irritating when you cut. I don't know. Am I the only one who sees it that way or others do as well? Okay. You can also cut them like this. Just some strips. You don't have to make them too long or too short. Just be cutting them like that. Okay, set them aside here. Wash them once we're done cutting them. I like selecting the ones that are almost of the same length. Makes it easier to cut rather than just grabbing different lengths at the same time. Just have a bunch ready before I start chopping them. They don't have to be of the perfect size. Yes, unless you're a perfectionist. But you can just roughly chop them. Again, you can get them chopped from the supermarket as well. I've seen the mixed vegetable pack from the supermarkets. People buy those, especially if you're like a working person and you don't have much time. When you get back home, you're tired, you can just buy those packs and just buy your noodles, and the cooking process is made way easier for you. But if you have enough time and you want everything done by yourself, you can buy everything from the markets and just chop it all on your own, like what I'm currently doing. Feel free to ask any questions, any comments will be highly appreciated. You can share the link as well. invite more people to watch.
Somebody else, the water's boiling.
Now?
The water's boiling.
Okay. Just give it about a minute. I have my nephew assisting me. So when you hear someone talking, it's just my nephew at least helping me out. I don't know how I could have done it alone. And it being my first live, have my nephew here with me. I need to boil my noodles. Still need to chop boil French beans. I need to express, just put them here, then rinsing them will become very easy. Very easy. Just leave that there. Just keep chopping them because they were consuming a lot of space anyway. Just keep chopping, just dunking them there. See how I said I don't like cutting this? Okay, I have some cabbage on my hair. Okay, I have to close my scarf. Well, tie my scarf on. Hi. This is why I dislike cutting French beans. I see they're actually way more time consuming than any other vegetable that I've been using tonight. So I have to cut more. You can actually just have about 3 to 4 cups of all these ingredients. Going for 4 cups is better. If you want a bit less, it's fine. If you want a bit more, it's also fine. You can just have it to your own preference. I'm going with about 3 to 4 cups of each. Trying to make dinner for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 people, if I'm not wrong. 8 or 9. So I'd rather have enough for people to have and have less food. You can still put whatever remains in the fridge and have it the next day, so long as you just put it in a proper airtight container. So that's why I need to have enough vegetables cut to feed people well. Still not enough. I'm going to throw these away. As we continue. Chop, chop, chop. This is the only process that's a bit long. You have to cut all these vegetables. Don't mind the noise on the background, that's my nephew. Trying to help out a bit. Comments, questions, feel free to ask. I hope I'm not boring you guys. I know this process takes, This process takes a bit of much of my time, actually, of anyone's time who try to make this. If you could have had this cut earlier, it would have been easier, but just trying to interact with people, see what people are thinking, see if I can be able to pull off a live video. I was actually quite nervous before I started. I don't know why. And then I thought to just give it a try. And here we are. Try. I hope I'm not so bad. I hope I'm a little better. I hope the videos, I hope you guys can hear me, I hope you guys can see, and I hope I'm at least entertaining you guys with whatever this is going on.
We got a comment from Sultana Thabit. MashaAllah, well done.
Thank you, Sultana. Welcome to our live video. First ever live. I hope I'm not going wrong. As I said, with this dish, you can choose to add more vegetables. You can choose to add or omit some. Maybe if you don't like sweet corn, you cannot use. Well, I guess many of my sisters and whoever is in the house right now, they suggest I put in some sweet corn, and I have the canned ones. You can use the fresh sweet corn as well, the ones with the cob. You can use that as well. You can add some red cabbage. You can, okay. But I actually like you if when I cook it for myself, like just for me, maybe me and my husband, maybe just me and and whoever likes chili. I add in some chopped chili, but now I've got some kids who want this, who are going to eat this dish as well. So I'm not going to add any chili on this. So if I could be making my own, I'd have at least 2 chilies in there, or 3, depending on how spicy the chili is. But I have my nephews and my nieces in here, so they can't do any chili. And one of my sisters is not much of a chili fan, so I won't be adding any chili at all. I need to chop a little bit more, so I'm trying to get the big ones so that I don't consume so much of my time. Yes, my water is ready, but I'm just trying to finish this so I can shift my camera to the stove so that you guys can see what's happening there. I'll try to boil the noodles, as you guys can see. Again, boil the noodles according to your packet instructions. Some noodles say you just use 3 minutes. Some say, I guess some people like just using 2 minutes. I like boiling mine for about 2 to 3 minutes. I don't like them overcooked. When they're overcooked, they tend to be soggy, and I don't like that kind of taste from noodles and pastas as well. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm just going to throw away this. Just clean this up. Do I have anything else?
Another comment from Sultana Thabit. Miss you so much.
I miss you too. Share the link so that I can get more people to come and watch. Show some love, show some love. I guess I overestimated my ingredients, but you can still use them for next day. I think these are enough, I hope. I have some French beans, I have my shredded cabbage ready. I'm just going to rinse this ready. I don't have anything else to chop. If you're using the canned corn, make sure you empty the water. You're not going to need this water when you cook. You just need the corn. Sorry, we're just trying to empty the water out and just have our corn nice and ready. So I think let me just chop the sausages kabisa. Not actually chop, we'll just be cutting them into pieces. You can cut them however you like. If you want them chunky, like quite chunky, you want them in small pieces, you'll just, should I just do, I guess you can do that. Or you can just cut them in two.
We got a comment from Fatma Monet. Seems like it's going to be so yummy.
Oh, yes it is. If only you can have a bite of this. I used to like making this a lot when I was still in university, because that was my easy dish. I just buy the pre-cooked ingredients from the market. I used to, the closest market used to be Sega Market. I used to buy my ingredients there, or sometimes I just buy the ready chopped ingredients from Naivas or Tuskys, and the cooking process becomes way easy. I just get home after my classes, just make a quick fix, and I have my dinner done. And I sometimes make a bit more so that I can carry some with me to the next day when I go to class. I also have leftover for lunch. I have the leftover for lunch, so it's a win-win for me. I actually used to like it a lot. I used to make it very spicy. Some of my classmates used to say I make it so spicy so that they don't eat, but in the real sense, I like spicy stuff. Spicy is always the best, actually. I guess I inherited that from my grandma. My grandma is much more of a spicy kind of person. She likes chili. I remember she'd always have chili with her, or with all her meals. Her savory meals, actually, salty meals. So I guess I inherited that from her. I just keep chopping this. They're a bit still hot, but tunaendelea. I just want to finish up here so that when I start boiling my noodles, I could keep the stuff. I start stuffing my ingredients as well. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channels. I have videos that I keep uploading every week. I share different recipes for people to try. So
Miss Imaran said, hizo sausage nazisikia mpaka huku, so yummy.
They are yummy indeed. They are yummy indeed. They're a bit hot, but yummy. You can never go wrong with more meat in your dish. Whatever kind of meat you want to use, some sausages, you want to use some shrimps. But if you use the shrimps, then you have to shell them. You can't cook them with the shells on. You'll be irritated when eating them, actually, because you just have to bite everything at once. But if you have the shells on, that's kind of difficult. You can have some chicken, maybe cut it into cubes or just shred it, and just maybe cook it with that little. You can pre-cook it with some mixed herbs, some salt and lemon, some pepper, and a bit of garlic and ginger, and just mix that all in. It actually tastes pretty good.
We got a comment from Fatma Munir. Yes, also I can smell the same.
I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. Just wait until I start making the vegetable stir fry. Oh, that smells even way better and tastes pretty good. Pretty good. Just about to finish cutting off my sausages. Just have this and one more sausages, and then move to the stove. I hope you'll bear with me when I shift my camera so that I can give you a better angle of what's going to be cooking on the stove. Once you start cooking, everything just goes with the flow. It just takes a bit less time. Okay, we're done here. This will just transfer them here. Just transfer them on the plate so that I can remove this chopping board. I actually used a whole packet for this because I want that you want the meat to be visible. I don't want it to be like the bambanyari kind of quantity. Okay, so I guess we'll be shifting to the stove. I think I'll remove this oil.
We got a comment from one of the viewers. Mashallah, it looks very yummy.
It is. Just wait until everything is completely cooked. I wish you guys could be here. You could have loved it. Loved it. I actually love this dish. I don't know why, but I do, especially when I'm too lazy to cook anything else. I just need to remove this oil from here. I hope it's a bit warmer. So, what I want to do now is I need to shift this. How will I shift this? I'm trying to look for a better angle to set this so that you guys can properly see. Just a minute. I'll try and do this. I hope. Okay. I'm gonna try and do this. Kindly bear with me when I shift. Trying to shift the lighting and all this. I mean the camera. Okay.
I've been reading the comments here.
I'm trying to show you a better angle.
One of the standards use.
Just a minute. I don't know if you can see my cooker. Yes, this is a bit too close. Is this fine actually?
You can see the inside of the bowl.
I hope this is visible. I hope you guys can see what I'm making. I'll just put this here so that it does not burn. Okay, I have some boiling water here, so we're going to add the packets, the noodles. I'm going to use the noodles. Just cut them off. As I said earlier, we'll be using 5 packets of these noodles. I'm actually using indomie, chicken flavor indomie. I know many people like using indomie, they just boil it and just add in the sachet, but you can use this as a different recipe and it actually tastes pretty good. So we just add this in here, I guess I have a bit crushed pieces here. Just add all that in. Make sure you remove this, you don't want this going into your pot. Just add in the noodles. Oopsie. That's 3, I have 2 more packets going in. That's 4. And in goes the last packet. Oh, this packet is actually way too broken. Oh well, we still use that. So you just have to be gentle. I guess I'll use some forks. Sorry about that. I think I like using some forks so that I don't break them completely. Just, oops. Okay, that's a little bit hot. Cut. Just boil them according to the packet instructions. If your noodle says you boil them for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then do so. You don't want them overcooked. When you overcook them, you really don't like this. I'm telling you, they'll be all soggy, and you don't want that in your vegetable stir-fried noodles. You just want them to cook them a bit, just for what, like 1 to 2 minutes, or maybe 2 to 3 minutes. See, you just make them fully separated. Once they're all separated, just let them boil a bit. We're not going to throw away these. We're still going to use this, but we're just not adding them into the noodles. We'll add this in the vegetable stir fry. We'll use all this. That's the only chili that I'll use. Throw this out. I think these are ready. I don't like them overcooked. Just like them slightly cooked. So as I'm going to strain this, I'll place another pot so that we can start to drink the stir fry. I wish you could just bring it closer, but you don't. I can't bring you way too close to the heat, or things will go bad. So I think we can drain that. I'm going to do this. It's a bit too hot. Like that. I have some water, a little bit of water when I have washed it, so that it lets that dry up as I drain this. I'll use this. Draining this is way much easier. Sorry for disappearing. Okay. I just drained that and just washed them a bit so that they don't stick too much, and then I'm leaving this strainer here so that if there's any excess water, it don't goes up, goes down. So we're going to stir fry here. I decided to use the same oil that I used in frying the sausages. Just add a little bit of the oil, about 2 tablespoons. Just going to add about 2 tablespoons of the oil. And we'll start off by adding in our carrots. You guys can see, I'll just try to do this, give you a peek of what's going on in there. That's me trying to stir fry those. Carrots tend to take a bit longer time to cook, so that's why I always prefer, sorry, I guess that's fine. Sorry. Okay, if I try to move this every time, it's going to be time consuming for me to try to set it back on. I'll show you more once I've added in most of the ingredients. I'll use it now, or I'll just try and do this. I sneaked it. I actually prefer stir frying the carrots first, and they tend to take a bit longer time to get to start being ready. So you just stir fry for about a minute or so, then I add in my French beans. Just want to stir fry all that up. Any comments, questions, suggestions? All those are welcome. So you can, I guess you can just cover that a bit. Reduce the heat a bit, just so that everything can fully cook. As we wait for that to cook, you can feel free to add anything, comments, suggestions. I like cooking and clearing things up, so when you see me away from the camera once in a while, I'm just trying to tidy up as I keep on cooking. I don't want everything to be messy and start having to clean up at the end when you're already tired of everything. Bring my ingredients closer. Just cut this ready. I'm using all the 5 buckets. Try and shake them a bit so that they don't stick on one end. 2. I've seen many people just boil their noodles. That's a bit boring, if I must say. Okay, there's sometimes you just don't feel like cooking, then you can do that. But try to spice it up a bit. Try and spice it up. Give it a twist. You can add some eggs. I've seen people doing some egg fried stir-fry noodles. You can make some sauce like the one you make in your omelette or your kiwanda, I think. You want to make that saucy, the red saucy thing. You need to be careful when you open this because it needs to get hot. So you just put that a bit more and mix it up. This is how they tend to be. Cover them up a bit. Let them cook. We'll actually be putting cabbage almost to the end because you don't want your cabbage to overcook and tend to be too soggy. You just want it to slightly cook and kind of be crunchy. You also don't want your veggies to overcook, so you just leave them for a few more seconds before we add in the rest. Okay, what we're going to add in next, I think this is about ready. You need to have that crunchy taste when you have your pancita, your stir-fried vegetables. When they're too soggy, you won't like them quite much. I personally don't like anything quite overcooked. Any vegetable, any dish that is except for maybe like meat, I like it completely cooked. Chicken, I like it completely cooked. But for other ingredients like this, we just want them just to be slightly cooked. Or cooked enough, but not overcooked. You can add in your sausages in. Mix everything around. I wish you could smell that. That smells amazing. Look at that. We're just halfway through with the ingredients and it already looks lovely. Have two to three more items that we're going to add. Yes, we can now add in our cabbage. Make sure you wash your cabbage well, shred it well before you cook it. Just mix everything around. Just be careful so that you don't spill anything. Amazing. Making me hungry right now. Oops. Have a look at that. See how attractive that looks. So we can add in our sachets. Just pour it all over.
We got a comment from one of the viewers. The comment is, "Mashallah, looks delicious."
It is. I wish you guys could be here to taste it. Like for real though. It smells amazing. It's actually making me very much more hungry right now. Okay, and there we have our last sachet. We won't be adding any extra salts and any extra spices. We're just using the one from the sachet. And the only thing we're going to add is the soy sauce. That's the only thing that we're going to add. so much of it, just enough. The sachet themselves are enough flavor. You don't want any extra flavor or too much flavor. I wish I could have some chilies in here, but it's said I cannot since I have some Mexican meat. You want to have this as well. Look at that, look at that, look at how beautiful that looks. See? Oh. This is why I like adding the cabbage a lot, because I don't want to overcook. When it's overcooked, it's quite too soggy. So we can go on and add in our soy sauce. Just drizzle a bit. If I can say about 1 tablespoon is enough. You can have a little less if you want. I was about to forget this. I was about to forget the sitcom. Putting the okay. You could have actually put in the sweet corn after you've added the French beans and the sausages, and have the cabbage last bit. Okay. Actually, slightly, I was about to forget them. This noodles pot was blocking. This was blocking them. That's why I didn't see them when I was adding the other ingredients in the mix. Now, that looks yummy. That looks yum.
That smells so good.
Look at that, look at that, look at that. Wow, that's a bit hot. Hold it down. Look at that.
Wow.
That's yum. Okay, you can lastly add in the noodles. If you've seen them kind of stiff, you can just. Okay, since we cooked ours earlier, they ended up being a bit stiff. You can just rinse them with some water. That's what I will do now. Once you rinse them, you see, they'll just clearly separate very well and very easily. Just dump that in here. And mix everything around. You can reduce your heat at this point. Show all the ingredients are really mixed. That's what I'm going to do. I wish you guys could be here and try this. This is quite easy to make. And okay, I'm about 1 hour long now.
We're 64 minutes.
Okay, okay. Imagine you just started cutting everything from scratch and you just took 1 hour to make this whole thing. I think of ways like if you could have your ingredients pre-cut already from the supermarket or have someone cut them for you earlier, you could have used way less time. Actually less than 30 minutes.
We got another comment and it has been so long from Najilas Murad. Yummy.
Yummy. Oh yes, it is quite yummy.
Yeah.
I'm just about to show you how this is. Okay, you can have it at this point, or if you like it a bit darker, you can add a little bit extra soy sauce. But I think that's enough for me. I don't want it quite too dark. Soy sauce is actually like you've added even more salt, so I want to pressure. I don't want people falling off because of high blood pressure. Just make sure everything is wet. Oh, sorry. That's bad. Just trying to just want to show you how this will turn out to be. That looks and smells yummy. Just look at that. Just look at that. Isn't that just yummy? This, I guess this can feed more than 8 people. I don't think it's just going to feed 8. Let me try and serve it up for you guys and see how, and show you how it will be. This, it is ready. Once you've mixed everything, don't forget to turn off the stove. You don't want it to burn from the bottom. Just look at that. Make sure you have all the ingredients on your plate. You don't need to have too much of one thing with it. Have all the sausages on it, have the sweet corn, have the French beans. Now it's yummy. Just look at that.
Wow, so hot.
This is yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy.
That's good.
Okay, this lighting is way better. Okay, let's move on. See how attractive it looks? I'm actually salivating right now. So I guess that comes to, I'm actually sweating. It's actually pretty hot. I don't know why it's always too hot in the kitchen, but it is. Just look at that, look at that. Look at that. So yummy. Okay. Thank you all for your time, for being with me throughout this video. I appreciate it. First time doing the live. I hope I'll have more lives as we go by. I hope I'll attract more people to watch as well. If you have any suggestions on any dish maybe you'd like me to do on live, we can also decide, and we all do a certain video on live. We all buy our ingredients together and we cook as we go by, like together, like Zoom kind of group cooking. That will be lovely as well. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to go now and serve my dish to my people. They eat and everyone goes to sleep. Thank you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Zote. Bye. Okay. Okay, this is actually still new to me. How am I ending my video? Don't mind me, I'm trying to look on how I can end my video. Yes, okay, I've seen it. Thank you. Bye bye.